Today's show brought to you by HP. So Forrester just did a State of the Interactive Agency World report or released results of a survey. And they found some very interesting things. And this is part of an article that Adweek wrote called The Great Race. And I love the concept because there is a race going on. You have traditional agencies, you have digital agencies, and then you have a third player. I think you can guess where I'm heading, that I'll talk about at the end of this segment. Here are some of the key statistics. 23%, and let's set up the context properly. The great race between traditional agencies and digital agencies is determined or will be determined based on who is ready to lead all of a brand's efforts. Who is ready to basically be the strategic visionary and the strategic planner and set the strategic tone and even the creative tone for all marketing and messaging and communications and even conversations to come. Because clearly there has to be a leader. You know, decision by committee does not work. So for the longest time, the traditional agency has been able to say, we understand how to build and shape and shepherd and steward brands. We understand what it is to be a brand. But the very nature of what it is to be a brand is changing. And the very nature of the world we live in fact, is becoming almost ubiquitously, pervasively digital. So you've got these two forces coming together. The world is becoming completely digital, and then what is it and what does it mean to be a brand and to build a brand and to create a differentiated brand? And who can do both of those? You know, is it possible to find a company that can do both of those? Well, here are the interesting statistics. Only 23% of brands believe that their traditional brand agency is ready and is capable to lead all things digital. 46%, so double that amount, do not believe that their traditional agency is capable of leading and executing on all things digital. So what's the alternative? Well, the alternative would be, is a digital agency ready to lead? Only 23% of brands believe that their digital agency is ready to lead on all things brand strategy. And 33% do not believe that their digital agency is ready to lead yet. So you've got this interesting dichotomy. Clearly, the consensus is that traditional agencies, I'm sorry to say if you're a traditional agency, get digital. But at the same time, digital doesn't necessarily get brand strategy or is grown up enough or experienced or tenured enough to be able to lead. But I want to leave you with a third arm or a third pillar, a third leg of the stool, and that is all things social. If your traditional brand agency doesn't get digital yet, how on God's green earth will they ever get social? And at the same time, if digital agencies aren't yet ready to lead all things brand, how on God's green earth are they ready to lead all things social that go beyond the comfort zone of banners and buttons and search and web video and pre-rolls and mini sites and micro sites, etc., etc., when so much of the social world is inherently anti-marketing or non-marketing when we think about things like authenticity and customer service and customer experience and retention marketing, etc., etc. So, what's the takeaway? Well, the takeaway if you're Forrester is that you might want to think about a third category, the social agency or the lack thereof that is ready to be able to lead and lead by example and not just demonstrate proficiency in digital marketing, but also brand marketing as well. Or in fact, if this great race will be a three-pronged race with three players, all struggling, all butting heads, all ultimately cancelling each other out, trying to get to the finish line first, but in reality, moving one step back to move one step forward.